All right, tonight we have with us for the very first time a group of singers, and they do have a CD. You may take a peep at that while we're talking. The True Believers, and they're from Cannon, Kentucky, and that's in Knox, K-N-O-X, Knox County.
Yo, are you ready to sail to the other side? If you're not ready, you know, someday, you know, the God is going to look at his son and he's going to say, son, go get my church. And if you're not ready, it's going to be everlasting too late. If you don't know him tonight, I urge you to meet him. And this next song, what we're going to be singing, Keaton? Somewhere in Glory. Just come and go with us to glory.
Preaching by the roadside as the world goes by, tossing up and scoring sometimes makes me cry. People say we're crazy when we sing and shout, but we have something to shout about. Somewhere in glory you'll find me, you'll find me, yes, you'll find me. Somewhere in glory you'll find me, singing and shouting through eternity. While I was sleeping under the sun, my home's in yonder at the right hand of God. Angels are holding my crown. Devil is waiting for trumpet to sound. Somewhere in glory you'll find me, you'll find me, yes, you'll find me. Somewhere in glory you'll find me, singing and shouting through eternity. If you don't see me when you enter that door, look for me on that evergreen shore. I'll be there waiting, watching for you in my new mansion far beyond the blue. Somewhere in glory you'll find me, you'll find me, yes, you'll find me. Somewhere in glory you'll find me, singing and shouting through eternity, singing and shouting through eternity.
All right, thank you. True Believers from Cannon, Kentucky, and sound like they're all from a different Baptist church, but I'm glad to see they like each other, are good enough to travel together and sing together. That's the way it should be. And they're going to take a little break and repair any broken strings or whatever, and they'll be back, but that's what those strings are made for, I think, is to keep somebody in business, because you need to keep buying new strings when you play a lot of music. But these folk do have a CD they brought with them, and we'll show that to you. It has 12 songs, and they all sounded like they'd be really good, so you need to get in touch with them to purchase this. The True Believers from Cannon, Kentucky, and 606-546-3068. And that's one number. I guess I can just give you all three so you can find somebody's number. 606-546-5640 or 606-344-1081. So that's True Believers from Cannon, Kentucky. Well, we have a couple of praise reports we want to share. Rosalie Keith from Pulaski County had heart surgery, and she is doing great, and she thanks everyone for praying for her, and she wanted to hear the song Clap Your Hands. And also Orville Williams, I guess that is, for Lucinda Williams, and And Corsi Mullins said they called for prayer last night. They were both in the hospital, but they're both at home now tonight and enjoying the program, and like they do every night. So that was good. That's a good praise report. I like that. And looks like more calls are coming in. We do have phone operators up there. From Knox County, in honor of the singers, Daphne Helton is making a contribution to the ministry of $25. We really appreciate that, and it helps to keep these lights going, and we want to do that year round, because you know there's folks sick and suffering and in need all the time. And so here's one song for Mary Smith, turned 76 today, called in by her daughter Brenda and also Jack. So happy birthday to that person. And well, we just have different prayer requests coming in, and so that's all right. Here's one from Dorothy Lawson from Corbin, Linville, and David Broughton, that Dorothy is enjoying them. She worked with them at American Greeting in Corbin. Well, everyone has friends, don't they? And that's why, you know, as Jesus called the disciples, you go back and see how they went and called their friends. And so that's the way it is with spreading the gospel. We tell what we know, we tell our friends, and then they go tell their friends, and that's the way the gospel is spread. And the more that we can bring to Jesus, I believe the sooner he will come back, because I believe he's waiting for as many as will to come in, so that they can be in heaven with him in eternity. Not through eternity, because there will not be an end to eternity. So as wonderful and as blessed we are when we think and talk about heaven and read scriptures about heaven, we can, you know, our little minds can't even imagine how wonderful heaven is going to be. But on the other hand, hell is going to be just as bad as heaven is going to be good. And both of them will be for eternity. There will be no end to it. You know, here you think of days, weeks, months, years, but in eternity it's not like that. So tonight, that's why you must choose to go with God, because you cannot imagine living in eternity in hell without any hope of ever getting out. And it's suffering, it's pain, it's torture, and the total absence of the presence of God. That within itself is enough to just make you want to run to the Lord and cry out for mercy, to think that you would never feel his presence again. You know, many of you have gone to church, you've sung, you've preached, you've prayed, you have felt the presence of God in your life. When he answered prayer, when his blessings and anointing came upon you, you felt the power and the presence of God. But if you lose your soul and go to hell, you will never feel the presence of God, because he is not there. So tonight, think it over and make the right decisions. We just, that is the sole reason for this ministry, is to encourage you to be saved and to live for the Lord. Well, the singers will be back in a few minutes to sing more for us, and we do have other prayer requests that has come in, some very serious. A friend is called in for the Henry Reed family, said there was a death in their family this morning in Lexington, and the family needs prayer. And also Donna Kirby has called for prayer. And we'll share all of the requests a little later, but the group is coming back now. We'll have about 30 more minutes.